Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Hey guys, it's Thunder E here, and let me just move to the center. Boom! We are live at episode 3 of the weekly, and of course, with me is Mr. Lou Rod. How's it going, man?
How you doing today?
I am good. I am extremely tired, but let's do this.
I feel you on the tired part. I
Yeah.
fell asleep at 5 this morning and was back up at 9.
Why were you up so late?
I couldn't sleep.
I was going to say, what were you doing?
Trying to sleep. Laid in bed, tossing and turning.
All right, cool. Let's get on. Let's start off with some news. No trailers this week, so nothing to get all shocked about. I can guarantee you, week of Super Bowl, there will be a trailer. There will
Well,
be
yeah, we're
several.
getting. I heard today we're gonna get a heavy dose of Deadpool,
Yep.
heavy dose of X-Men,
Mm-hmm.
the Firstborn trailer,
Mm-hmm.
and that's so far. And I'm pretty sure we'll get something for Batman vs Superman.
Oh, I think we're gonna get Batman v Superman trailer. It's gonna be a combination of trailer 1, trailer 2, some TV spots, and one nice juicy little extra. Most likely, one woman saying one line, and people
Saying hi.
if people can just shut up at that point. So I think that's what we're going to see. But in terms of news, this week was heavy Batman v Superman news, heavy on all, because Empire Magazine, the March edition, granted we're in January, March edition. See, I don't understand how like magazines do that stuff. But anyway, March edition dropped. There were images, pictures leaked out. I can't share, of course, as you can expect. But let me just pass this on to Lou. If you can share this first before we share the other article. Images dropped. One of the first images is, of course, one of an Omega symbol. If you guys can see that and see if he has it up. This is up on Superhero Hype. If you can scroll down, let's check out this images. Yep, that's the first image right there. That's the image of Batman in that kind of nightmare scene with a giant Omega symbol, which means only one thing: Dark Side. Yes.
Yay.
I'm excited. You can see the fire pits too coming out. So now, you know what? Let me interpret this scene properly for people and it makes sense. So some people are like,
Oh,
some people,
there's the cannon.
yeah. So some people are like, well, if this is Batman's nightmare and then he sees Superman has the Superman soldiers, why are they parademons? And why is their Omega symbol? Now, if you all have watched the Superman animated series, and also if you've read the comic books, there's one thing to be clear. Darkseid has always wanted to control a Kryptonian. Superman, he's tried. In the cartoons, he's actually tried. He brainwashed Superman, and Superman led the assault back on Earth. Now, if you put that in this dream sequence, that is what you're seeing with Superman and Superman soldiers. And if you remember the last Superman animated movie with Supergirl, where Darkseid tried to get Supergirl so he could brainwash her, so she could lead his armies. Now, Darkseid is looking for the anti-life equation. That is his biggest goal. And he believes that is found on Earth. This goes back to one rumor I heard a long time ago, talking about how all that is the main key within the DC universe, and that's what brings the new gods and the old gods together. The new gods are Darkseid, New Genesis gods, and all those guys. The old gods are, of course, Zeus, Hera, and the rest of them. So that comes into play. Could you switch over to the next picture? We have a couple of images here. One of Ben Affleck with his cowl off as Bruce Wayne. And I have to say, though, Ben Affleck looks... Oh, wait, sorry. Before that, some concept art images also. This is from the digital imprint from Empire Magazine. This is dope because this shows that it looks like an abandoned city block area or testing facility, but you can see those are cannons, and that's Batman just standing there, basically, cape in the air, and they're cannons. Now, if we scroll down, can we take a look at some of the other images also? This was on Heroic Hollywood. You see Ben Affleck there with the bat suit, looks on point. Can we slide to the next photo? Superman, of course, in court. Again, the suit looks much brighter. You can see the reds pop out, the yellows popping out, which is good. Next one, I believe Clark Kent in the office. Clark Kent's reporter. It's funny. I don't think any reporter has that kind of plaque on there. What's the next photo? And then we have Wonder Woman, of course, blocking something. Most likely attack from Doomsday at this point. What else? Of course, they got to show us the Bruce Wayne sadness. The Wayne family crypt.
A lot of dead Waynes.
Yeah, a lot of dead Waynes. Next one. At least there's no Jason Todd there. Woo! That's a nice shot of the Batmobile driving through something. Now, if you one more shot, if you can slide. I think we've seen this before. If you scroll down to the bottom image and slide through that one. So you see this shot here. This is not a cool shot here of Superman basically turning on the bat signal. Now, we heard rumors that Superman starts to fight and he kind of actually calls out the bat signal. So this is something that might be in the film, might not be. Again, this is a concept art, so I'm not sure if it's going to be in there. And then the next image, it looks like someone's about to attack a woman, maybe Lois Lane, and Superman comes down and, this is just to show that he's really pissed. So some really nice concept art and images from there that we can take a look from. But there's also a lot of interviews, and one of the producers from the movie said that Batman is now judge, jury, and executioner. What do you think about that?
Nothing new.
So you're not gonna be pissed like some of the people out there who are like, Batman shouldn't be doing that, this and that, or he's done it before.
Seriously, get over it. People cry too much.
You heard it from Lou Rod, man. People cry way too much.
Dude, I mean, he's Batman. What do you expect him to be? He's going to catch you. He's going to brand you. He's going to kick your ass. He's going to keep it moving. What do you want? You want him to just put some handcuffs on you and stroll you down to City Hall? That's not him. He ain't the Flash. Jesus, I swear.
True. So, I mean, yeah, that's a very good point. There were also some other good points in there. Wonder Woman also talked about, Gal Gadot talked about Wonder Woman as in she's seen it all. She's seen what humans can do. It's just very hard for her to come back and fight. So maybe Wonder Woman is the person who brings both of them back together and not the fact that they kind of buddied up.
I mean, let's be real. If she's 5,000 years old, I'd hope she see everything.
Yeah, true.
Shit, if I'm 5,000 years old, damn it, I've done seen the world 1,000 times over.
Yeah, probably. And she says, I don't want people to think she's perfect. She can be naughty too. Ooh.
I like that quote.
Yeah, so that might refer to some
booty shots
romance with Bruce Wayne, where she's flirting with him a little bit. So
screw Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the only person I know in this movie that she's gonna have any kind of interaction like that. So but yeah, there's a lot of stuff from the movie, and it's getting closer and closer. So I can't wait for this movie to come out. It almost feels like it's an eternity, even though it's only it's only a month and a half away. So that's definitely cool. There's a new clip of Deadpool if you want to see it. If not, you can wait till the movie. And what else in the news world can we have? Rogue One. Rogue One rumor is that there's going to be a heavy dose of Darth Vader, or at least a much bigger dose than we expected. He's not making a cameo. He's going to be featured more prominently in this movie, which would be interesting. Now, my question is, which characters will Rogue One survive, or are they all going to be killed off?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
We know Vader survives.
Yeah, well, look, we're not talking about Vader. We're talking about the people who stole who stole
them
the
mofos.
plans.
You might get one that lives. That's about it.
Yeah, and they become irrelevant throughout the rest of the franchise, because that means We didn't know about them in episode 4, 5, and 6. It becomes very tricky when you're writing a story like this. Is you have to take somebody in 4, 5, and 6 and make them super cool in Rogue One and be like, oh, this is who they were before. Now they've kind of retired or something.
And
like
you know who they're trying to do that with?
Who?
Han Solo.
Well, Han Solo had nothing to do with it.
But if they do it, it's just going to be a quick 30-second clip of Han Solo probably picking up a package to smuggle somewhere, just to show you that he ties it all together somehow.
Yeah, that's just, oh, come on. That's just, no, it's enough. Don't. And I know they, see, to me, that's the thing. They're going to use, they're casting Han Solo, and I have a feeling Disney's going to cast him super young. The people I've seen there, I'm not impressed with any of them. The only person I liked was the guy from Kingsman, just because, especially his finished look at the end of the movie, not the way he looked like at the beginning of the movie. Or I heard also Clint Eastwood's son was up for the role. So he looks like a dude. He doesn't look like one of those little boys running around. So
but
it's Disney. They're gonna cast him young.
Honestly, I don't care for a Han Solo movie.
They're making one.
I mean, I know they're gonna make one. I'll watch it because it's Star Wars, but I really don't care to see the young adventures of Han and Chewie.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I mean, if they really wanted to tell some rich stories, dude, they could do a Tarkin movie. Granted, he may be dead, but you could recast him. His novel would be so awesome on the big screen.
I mean, they could, but the thing is that right now they have to do characters that you know. Get the whole series, you know, like I think after episode 9 is when you can start throwing out anyone. You can do, you know, any type of movie. Even though episode 1 was such a huge success, Rogue One is that test filler. If Rogue One does well enough, if Rogue One makes like 600 million, Disney's happy. They're cool.
Dude, but then even if not Tarkin, Lords of the Sith, that's another phenomenal book.
Yeah, it is, but they're not going to go back to those kind of stories.
But that's what you're telling us with Rogue One.
No.
Those stories tie in to Rogue One, A New Hope, because it's all within that timeline.
No, I said yet. You have to
don't make me wait for something like that, because then people will lose interest.
No. You have to show. The thing is that that's a movie that comes out after episode 8, in my mind. Why? Because then you now show the Sith, you know, his Sith Lord with his apprentice training a Jedi and his apprentice, and then you can have a side story because then it connects in the same time period. It's the same time period people watch it in the movies is what they want that connection for. That's the whole thing. The only difference with Rogue One is that Rogue One is only fits in just because they are restarting the franchise.
And the thing is, dude, they're getting characters from Lords of the Sith to be in Rogue One.
Yeah, so that's why I said that's one that falls in after. You can make that the very next, you know, filler movie. So Rogue One, right? Episode 8, then Lords of the Sith. Like that makes sense.
Actually, it would be Han.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I know it would be Han, but I'm saying that would make sense in my mind. But anyway, that's Star Wars and Star Wars news. Also, we found out from Luke Cage actor that Iron Fist has already been cast. He's been cast a while back.
I believe it. And if that's the case, the only ones who did a lot of interviews back during last summer was Ryan Phillippe.
Ryan Phillippe as Iron Fist?
Could work.
No. That boy can't fight.
Did Charlie Cox know how to fight? Probably not.
No, but look, this Charlie Cox choreography and Iron Fist choreography are on 2 different levels. It's like saying Keanu Reeves choreography versus Jet Li's choreography. Those are 2 different things. One, you really know how to fight if you want to do a Jet Li movie with Jet Li in there. Or 2, if it's Keanu Reeves, you base it for who he is. Iron Fist is like a Jet Li. It's like a Jet Li or Jackie Chan. I mean,
what besides Ray Park, what white actor that knows martial arts that well are they going to cast?
What's his name again? Shoot. Oh, snap. I forgot. I just forgot his name. It's bugging me now.
What movie?
I can't remember. He's been in a lot of B movies. But he is a good martial artist.
The guy from Ninja?
Yes.
I don't know his name, but I didn't watch the movie, but I know who you're referring to.
Yes.
Okay, maybe because he's a low actor, so yeah, he wouldn't be as expensive.
As expensive. He won't be expensive. Period. Scott Adkins. Yes.
But I mean, like I said, I believe it. They've had him. They've had Luke. They had Iron Fist casted probably months ago, and they're just waiting to drop the announcement once everything else falls into pieces.
Scott Adkins is in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But doesn't that fall somewhere in Doctor Strange? Is the same sect that Iron Fist is from? Is also part of Doctor Strange.
There you go. Maybe it's all connected.
Oh snap! He might just have a small cameo there. Like they mention his name and you see him training, and that's it.
They go to his dimension.
You hear it here first, man. Scott Adkins, man. Iron Fist. We found out.
Maybe. Throw the maybe in there.
Yeah, thanks, Lou, for stopping me from my super excitement. I thought I already.
At the same time, they got the Jessica Jones writer on board. Is it the female or is it just somebody from her team?
I don't know, but I'm not too impressed. Hopefully, it does a better writing. Other news: Cartoon Network just announced a new Justice League action cartoon. It looks good for a younger audience, which is fine. You know, they're trying to bring those kids over.
Well, they're bringing the return of Hamill and Conroy.
Yeah. Zack Snyder says Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor is intense psychologically. Always guess that. People are complaining about the hair. People forget Lex had hair.
Right? I mean, duh.
No, people forget. People don't know. People have no idea. That's what it is. Some Thor Ragnarok rumors, which who knows if it's true or not. The rumor is that Thor is banished to a certain plane or planet, and he has to fight. And who he fights, of course, is the Hulk, because it is technically a mixture of Planet Hulk storyline. If you don't know Planet Hulk storyline, Hulk was banished from Earth by the Illuminati, aka Mr. Reed Richards, Doctor Strange,
Professor
X, and Iron Man. Basically the four most powerful men, and Namor, 5 on the planet, and the smartest in whichever kind of power field you look at. And he was banished off Earth. He landed on this planet, and he fought his way to become the ruler of the planet. He had a child, and then the ship that he crashed on exploded and killed everyone. So he came back to Earth, and he beat the crap out of everyone. Completely beat even Sentry came out to fight him, and he's like, Hulk was pissed.
But see, this is different because Hulk isn't banished. Hulk decided to take off on his own.
Yeah, so Hulk took off, landed on this planet. Probably, so what it is most likely it's going to start off with Thor getting banished, and then he finds out that he fights Hulk, and then eventually he and Hulk, team up together to come back. That's probably what's going to happen. In this one, they're saying that Hulk and Banner's minds have kind of fused together, so he's intelligent enough, and also he still has his Hulk, mannerisms, and he can get angry. Another rumor is also that Odin shows up on Earth as an old man on the street, saying the end is nigh. That's what happened to Odin after Loki took over.
I didn't click that link. I was wondering.
Yeah, that's what happened to Odin there. Other news, interesting news. Nothing.
Stephen Amell will be in Legends of Tomorrow with one arm missing.
Yes, he's going to be the older Green Arrow, which is cool. It's cool to see that, with a goatee, one arm. Jada Pinkett Smith is coming back season 2 as Fish Mooney.
Don't watch that garbage.
All you Gotham fans. So at least
very few.
Just throwing it out there. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the news front. There's a lot of Batman v Superman stuff. Check out the Empire article stuff. There's a lot of stuff there. Bruce perspective, Superman's perspective, stuff from Zack Snyder. There's a lot of meat there you will find in that. Now, moving on to TV shows. Let's kick things off with the first show of the week, which would be
Supergirl.
So Supergirl, what do you think of the episode?
I enjoyed it. I mean, it's gotten better through the weeks. So it hasn't done nothing stupid to really annoy me.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed the episode too. I like the fact that they've incorporated Martian Manhunter more. And that White Martian storyline breaks apart the Kryptonian storyline, which I think is even weaker. So hopefully they find ways to make that better, And I like that continuity there, especially the fact that there are many Martians, white Martians, and all that stuff. So it was cool. It was cool to have that. And they had to bring their message about parenting, which is fine. It's cool. It didn't take away from the storyline. See, I think how we talked about they didn't know how to preach that message before. Now it looks like they're doing like a better job of splicing in the message where it's right, and then giving people the action you want to in there.
I said it's been fun. It's been good. I'm looking forward to watching Bizarro next week.
Yeah. Bizarro next week would be cool. Although quickly, they asked Tom Welling about playing Superman in the show, and he said, well, he hasn't been approached. So, I mean,
hey, I'm all for it.
We'll see. It'll be interesting. It would be nice if they just did that as a nod to connect that universe and call it quits,
But it's kind of hard for him to connect the universe for the simple fact that his Supergirl was hot.
Oh yeah, that's true. He did have Supergirl in that universe. Yeah, that kind of throws it down. I completely forgot about it. All right, cool. So yeah, but definitely check out Supergirl if you haven't. It's been getting better though, as a show. Tuesday was
for you guys out there. Check out Lucifer. It's actually pretty good.
Okay, I watched Lucifer, and
you didn't like it.
I didn't like it. So you said it right, and then Sam sent me a message. He's like, "Have I watched Lucifer?" I was like, "No." He's like, Sam's level of taste is like beyond the stratosphere. It's like it's garbage. So I watched it. Now, and I was like, "Yo, Sam, it's not HBO. You got to remember, it's CW." And he's like, "It's even worse." I was like, "Damn." So I watched Lucifer. Lucifer is a good show, but I think they missed the point. Lucifer needs to get some supernatural flair, as well as what's the other show? Supernatural show that's on NBC. Oh shoot, I forgot the name of the show.
Supernatural show on what channel?
It's a show about their monsters, and it's on regular cable, not
on NBC.
Yeah,
Grimm.
Grimm. They need to get. The problem with that show on Lucifer, Lucifer felt like it was shot on CW, and CW doesn't even have a show that feels that way. That was my problem with Lucifer. I wanted to feel like Lucifer was slightly dangerous.
It was the pilot. Give it a chance.
No. It wasn't that. It wasn't the pilot itself. I like the actor. I don't think he's. I think he's good.
The reason why I like the show was because of the actor.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that they didn't write it in there. They didn't make it like from the get-go. I wanted it to be like Lucy. The whole idea of the show is Lucifer decides to leave hell, and he calls it quit. And then you see this angel from heaven. What's his name again?
I did not like that asshole.
Yeah, Methadon is like, you need to go back to hell. There's a balance. Blah blah blah. This and that. And I get it. The problem here is that I didn't feel like this was Lucifer. That's the thing. He has to have the hint of his name for anyone to catch it and be like, is he really going to go back, or is he staying here? Why did he leave? I didn't feel like asking myself that question. I think that was the bad part about the pilot. It didn't make me want to ask that question. Why did he leave? I didn't care. I didn't care to ask. And that's why I was like, yeah, I can see why, Thank you, Sean Grimm. Yeah, Lou just said it, but that's why I didn't like the show, because I just didn't feel like there was any connection.
You got an audio question about some headphones.
I'll answer that at the end. Just remind me again before I forget. But yeah, so Lucifer, you might like it. I'm
gonna watch another episode. Like I said, I found it entertaining. His interaction with the little girl was funny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the actor is good. The personal interactions are great. The above story for this pilot did nothing for me. A good pilot is Legends of Tomorrow. That very first episode, I got the fun. I understood why. I got the breakdown. I got everybody's motives.
I still would have liked it to have been the two-parter just one day.
No, I agree. But I'm saying even that one part gave me everything more than what Lucifer has done.
Well, give it one more.
Yeah. All right. So next show is Tuesday, Expanse.
Oh man, I'm kind of mad that I'm so caught up.
Yeah,
I like binge watching it.
That's all your fault, man. It's what you caused. Expanse is absolutely fantastic. So I was talking to Sam about it. Sam compares it more to Babylon 5. I haven't watched Babylon 5 yet, which is my next after I watch Battlestar. I'm still watching Battlestar again. But I would say to me, it's a mixture of a little bit of Battlestar, maybe Babylon 5, however that is. But I like the mystery. It's such slow pacing. Whoever's writing the script, I got to give them props, because they don't cover much per episode. They really don't.
But they keep you wanting more.
Yeah. You got to watch Expanse. Expanse really is a good show where there's so little, but like you're really teetering on. All I can tell you, and it's not even a spoiler, is that something is alive that is not human. And
dude, I want to know what the hell that was in that ship.
Yeah. And as far as you know, in Expanse, there's never been an encounter of an alien race. Human beings have conquered the whole solar system. We live in the solar system, except the Mormons want to move out of the solar system and preach the gospel on a different planet. That being said, though, I mean, that thing was just on point. It's a really good show. The pacing is fantastic.
The only person I don't like in that show is that guy with the eyeball transmitter bullshit.
Yeah. I don't like the actor per se. I've seen him in other stuff. I don't like him in that role. He wasn't too convincing. I already knew he was shifty from the very beginning, so he didn't really convince me there to be. I mean, I knew his role anyway, but other than that, everybody in the show. I mean, the casting has been on point, from Thomas Jane, even the guy who is leading the crew. I didn't like him at first, but I realized why they chose him, because his character is supposed to keep building and building and building and building all the way through. I don't think that's that girl though.
Oh, okay. Now,
Julie.
I don't know why Thomas Jane has such an infatuation with her.
I think because his life just, he got to a point where he had no meaning. And
Jesus.
And he just latched onto something. But I don't think that is her.
Well, she was the only one on the ship that was left with that weird blue stuff.
Yeah. I don't think that is her. I think that might be somebody else that came in contact with her. Remember, that was a hotel where hookers come through. So, and if you look at the hair, that is not her hair. It was too black.
We'll have to wait till next week.
And it was too long. We'll see till next week. But yeah, definitely a good show. A couple of questions here. Jackie says, should Darkseid be CGI? I say no. I say a mixture. It should be mocap a little bit more.
Motion cap.
Yeah, I think someone who, I mean, I would love if someone who is big enough could play the role, but I get it. Can't have that all the time. But
you don't need to have someone big enough. You just need to have someone who's menacing, and they could fill them in like they do. Because I mean,
yeah. I will say though, because people have been throwing that out. How tall should Darkseid be? If you do a Google search, Darkseid comes in at 8'9". The Hulk is 8'5". I think that's about a good height. Maybe 8 feet, not 8'9". For Darkseid.
That's tall.
Yeah, he's huge. Superman always hovers. He has to hover to fight Darkseid.
Dude, oh wow! I thought the man was just like 7 feet.
No, Darkseid is tall. I mean, some comics that make him as big as a giant or whatever the case may be, but his official height is 8'9".
Damn.
Yeah, the dude's no. This is why every time you see in the costume, he pushes Superman down, like his whole hand covers like his face and half of his chest. He just like it's like stay down there.
Damn.
Yeah. Ashfar says, okay, I'll remind
that would
you
not be
then.
bad.
What?
He goes, Jackie put maybe Ron Perlman in mocap.
Yeah, could work at the voice though. The one thing about Darkseid though is his voice. And Ron Perlman's voice does not sound like Darkseid.
Well, you know who you needed for that voice would have probably been really good, but he unfortunately passed away. Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh yes, him mocap as Darkseid. Oh yeah, that would have been good. Yeah, it would have been good. Too bad Terry Crews doesn't have that kind of voice because I just said Terry Crews right away.
Terry Crews is too goddamn funny.
Yeah, no, but he can play mean. It's all about just direction. Terry Crews can do it. Let's see here. Have you guys watched the show 4400? Have you watched it?
No,
I
heard about it.
You should watch it. I have. It's a good show. It was a precursor to a lot of shows now, especially when it comes to superpowers and how people find it and all that kind of stuff. Very good show. I didn't like the last season though. I kind of just lost me, which is a lot of shows anyway. Like the last season of a show just kind of goes.
So it's kind of like Powers on Sony.
No, it's better than Powers by far.
Oh, because that show sucks.
No. 4400 is on point. Let me just say how good it was. I have a coworker who, when I used to work in the hospital, and she would watch sci-fi, but I didn't peg her to watch 4400. And I'm sitting down in the break room eating, and she comes in. She's like, "Man, I started this show this weekend. It was so great." She's like, "It's about this people." I was like, wait. Talking about 4400? She's like, yes. That's how you know that a lot of people. You're like that's a show that it hit a lot of boundaries where it didn't feel like a sci-fi show for some people. I thought the Hulk was 10 or 11 feet tall. No, he's about 8'5". I think you guys can go and check.
But the Hulk can grow depending on how angry he gets.
Yeah, I mean, I think now they've capped it though. I mean, his growth height. Can't wait for Luke Cage and the Defenders. What do you think about the Flash series? They skip a lot. So we're getting to Flash, which is next. Yeah. So Flash. What do you think about the episode?
Meh.
That's
it was meh.
That's it. See, meh. I like this episode. I like this episode more than a lot of episodes this season. You give us two things.
A whiny Patty.
Oh yeah, that part I was annoying. That was not the two things I had included there.
I mean, I like the Reverse Flash part. That was great. I like the fact that he has Gideon app. That was great. But the episode overall was just meh. I mean, we got Cisco's glasses amplified. Cool.
Yeah, to me, this episode was much okay compared to the last one. This is what that last one should have been. This episode was not just Reverse Flash, but also telling you how Reverse Flash knew everything he did for season 1. Everything he did. So it put those things in perspective, which was great.
Which I like that.
And then the other part was he told us who most likely is
Zoom.
You
think so?
It's gonna be Hunter Zolomon, but it'll be somebody else. Doesn't look like him. Remember, he said he changed his name to Hunter Zolomon. So Hunter Zolomon is Zoom anyway in the comic book. So
yeah, but they're probably not going to use that one.
No, they're going to use it. I don't think it's going to be him. I think it's going to be somebody else whose name is Hunter Zolomon. Somebody we know.
Earth 2 Hunter Zolomon that just doesn't look like Jay Garrett.
Yeah, but it looks like somebody else we know. I don't know who would take that role. Not sure.
I mean,
but we'll see.
What really got me was, give me more credit. I'm a detective. Girl, you a detective that sucks. It took you this long to piece it?
No, I mean that detective part was not even the part. The part was when she called, and of course, Barry. Barry doesn't think too much. He's just gonna. Granted, too. Even if it's my ex, I'll still run and save her. And I would, if I got there, I would have been pissed. I would have gone there. She's like, "There's no." I'll drag out of the train and be like, "What the hell was that crap for?"
I just wanted to make sure it was you, Barry.
Oh my god!
Unless she say that shit so loud, I'm surprised people ain't hear that.
That was terrible. That's terrible. But back to Astro's question: do you think the Flash? What do you? We like the Flash series in general. A couple episodes have not been the best. I like this last episode. He didn't. The last 2 episodes, not so much. But a couple episodes have been here or there, mixing up. But
this season has been up and down.
It's still
nothing as bad as Arrow season 3.
Exactly. I was about to say it's never close. Please never try it. Let's never go there. Chance says I'm new here. Welcome, Chance. Next up, Wednesday. Arrow.
I don't even want to talk about that hunk of shit. That show pissed me off, and it pissed me off with the opening sequence.
What was the opening sequence again? See, I can't remember. And
how the hell do you drag Diggle on a goddamn van and he don't have no fucked up knees? Because his knees were scraping that floor.
That's
then to top it off, his wife decides to shoot at the van. Come on now.
Arrow needs to do a lot of resets. They need to be not one thing at Arrow that I don't get. And I think this might be the problem. And we'll talk about this when we see Legends of Tomorrow. The fight sequences in Legends look sharper than in Arrow. I don't know if it's the people who were doing it originally in Arrow that they moved over to go do it in Legends. And now this is the B team that's doing it for Arrow, because Arrow's fight sequences are hit or miss for me. I get the episode, but I didn't. I mean, did they have? Is it because the Suicide Squad is out now? They have to kill off Amanda Waller.
Probably. That's what my reaction was. I'm like, okay, so they killed off Amanda Waller like they did Deadshot because the Suicide Squad movie, which I feel it's stupid. You shouldn't do it. I mean, if you don't want them on screen, don't kill them. Just play them off, move them off the screen.
Yeah, I mean,
the Diggle Wiggle brothers. That's what I called them.
Diggle Wiggle.
Dude, because honestly, the Diggle Wiggle brothers Afghanistan looked pathetic.
Oh my god! I know. I was gonna say. I was like, yo, isn't that like somewhere I know places in Massachusetts that are like that? You can just go through it on me. I was like, whoa.
Dude, I have been noticing Amanda Waller's flipping off it. Oh no, that was Legends of Tomorrow. I'm sorry. They went back to the same warehouse that they always go to. And in Legends of Tomorrow, Vandal Savage's house was Damien Dark's house.
Of course.
Come on, give me something, people.
That's how you keep the budgets low. But that's not my issue. Okay.
No, they're not my issues, but Arrow sucked this week.
Arrow is not doing a good job. They need to do something fast, or else it's gonna be rough. It's really gonna be rough.
It's not rough because I like where they're going. The execution is what sucks. What I did like was that we saw the Diggle Wiggle brothers have a connection to the guy on the island.
Yeah, I like those connections there. I think those connections do work, but
that was fun. But
the Diggle Wiggle brothers, Diggle Wiggle.
I'm sorry, I can't stand Laurel.
Look, everybody can't stand Laurel, which is why I can't wait for Vexen to come in. Woo!
When she's on screen, it's just like,
Wait, but you can see the clear difference though. So now Arrow this week is not great. We're gonna move to Legends of Tomorrow. Ty Blue Guy says I love Legends of Tomorrow. I agree with you. iMac says I love the Flash more than Arrow. First season Arrow was dope, then it's gotten bad. I will agree. Sean Lawrence says, Mr. Rod, I feel the same way. Arrow has lost its way. Afar Hussein says, I wonder if the Reverse Flash will come back and if he's been robbed of his speed by Zoom. That would be epic. I don't think he's going to come back. He may. I mean, it may be something where he might need the Reverse Flash. Who knows? It depends on how they play towards the end of the season, but it would be cool. It would be cool. It'd be cool if the Reverse Flash really has to help him because he wants to kill him later on.
That's a theory that's floating around.
Yeah, so that would be cool.
And see, that's the other thing with Flash that's kind of annoying me so far. It's like, um, your focus is supposed to be zoom, zoom, zoom. Where the hell is Zoom? Zoom, zoom is in his room, boom, booming. Because he ain't been around in a minute.
I know. But remember, no. I understand why. Remember, what was Zoom's deal with the professor?
Make him slow.
Make him faster. No, make him faster.
Make him faster or make him slower. Because next week the fast is going to be slow.
No, faster. Go back and watch the episode. He says, make him faster. He's like, I see what you mean. He's like, no wonder you're sending all these people. He's like, he wants him to be faster so he can seal this. He's like, I'm faster than him. Well, that's the thing. Zoom knows he's faster than the Flash, but he also knows Flash will get faster. So he wants him to get as fast as possible, and he's going to steal his speed. That's what he wants.
And honestly, man, Caitlin and Jay Garrett, please just shoot me now.
No, look, it's still better than stuff that's happening in Arrow. It's not that bad, really. It really isn't that bad. So, I mean, anyway, moving on to Legends of Tomorrow. As you can see in Legends, you can see White Canary, when she fights, it looks much better than whatever Black Canary does. So, what do you think of the episode?
I mean, let's be real. You're the Black Canary. Your scream sucks. You use a police nightstick. Shoot me.
So what do you think about Legends of Tomorrow, the episode?
I like it. So, I wish they would have played back to back, but even though they didn't do it that way, it's still a fun show. And damn, they killed Homie already. Yeah,
because he never was in there. Remember the very first time they connected them, like last season. He never was part of that crew. But the reason why they killed him and not her, he's a character that will always remember his origins quickly. That's how they've built it, right? And again, when they go to the future, they're gonna find him again.
That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking, well, they killed him off episode 2. They'll probably bring him back episode 8.
Yeah, he's a character that always will come back. So makes no. I mean, it was a death that was needed for the team, not for us, for the team to get their bearings right. Even the bad guys were like, "Fuck it," you know. I mean, like, kind of like just get the team's head right. You know, after the first episode where you found out that Rip Hunter lied to them, so yeah, they would still want to do it for their own personal reasons. And then you give them a reason for them to stay as a whole.
And Ray Palmer's stupid.
Of course, man. That's how they played Ray Palmer in this, man.
It's like, how are you so smart but yet so stupid?
That's how a lot of smart people are.
Jesus.
That kind of smart, yeah. I mean, but to me, it's very typical Ray Palmer. Ray Palmer has never been a punch guy per se. So,
dude, next season, if this show gets another season, because so far their pilot episode's been a hit, Captain Cold and Heatwave need to be back because they bring the punchlines.
Yeah, I mean, they need it there. It's not just, to me, it's not the punchlines. To me, it's not, because their lines are, I mean, I'm not the biggest fans of their lines. I like them there more for their balance. They bring more balance to the team than anything else, because you have a young hot rod and an old professor who balance themselves out. You have White Canary, who is a wild card. And then she's just like, whatever I want to do, I do. And then you now have Ray Palmer, who tries to be a voice of reason, but he's also not a street smart guy, which is where your balance come in with those two. And of course, they also balance each other out because one's crazy and one isn't.
That's why I like them.
Yeah. So it really boils down to that. So yeah, it was definitely good on point. I definitely liked it myself. Afar says Zoom wants Earth 2 Dr. Wells to make Barry faster. So when Zoom steals his speed, he will have more. Yeah, that's pretty much what Zoom wants. So
I mean, I like seeing Damien Dark in 1975. Looks exactly the same as 2016.
he could be using some of
Boy,
that
that
magic,
dark magic, good boy.
dark
Need
magic,
to,
man. Keep himself
need,
young.
need to hook a brother up.
Afar says, I wonder if let me see. Sorry. What anime series do you like? Anime in general? What's your best anime? Who's the anime that you soon want to finish? All your
Don't
anime
want to
questions.
finish.
What anime? What's your best anime?
Mine has always been Dragon Ball and Gundam.
And what are you watching now?
I do have One Punch Man that I have to start watching. I
Okay.
have him, but I've been consistently watching Dragon Ball Super.
I haven't
Now,
started to
now
yet.
it's getting to the fun part because now they got rid of. They did the Frieza arc. They're done with that. Now they're going to do the tournament arc, which looks like it's going to be fun.
Okay. No, I haven't done that yet. For me, my favorite anime, ooh, there's a bunch. Um,
I
Gungrave.
never saw that one.
Gungrave that is one of my favorite animes. It's a little bit older. You should definitely see that. Then also,
Uh, I watched Ronin Warriors when I was younger. Awesome anime.
yeah, Runaway was good.
What's
Ninja Scroll is my favorite anime movie.
Oh, that's one of my favorite anime movies too. That
Ninja,
one, Fist of the North Star.
oh, you want shock? Dun, 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 dun.
What was his name? Who he would reverse the katana sword
Oh
and
yeah,
f you up. Veronic.
Ronikachi.
That was a good anime. Let me see. I got into all this because of my brother. But Berserker 7.
I never watched Berserker 7.
Oh, it was good.
In terms of anime series, current ones, I liked Bleach up to the end of the Aizen saga. That was a really good series for Bleach. Naruto was, I have to pick and choose. You have to pick and choose where you watch in Naruto because Naruto had so many useless filler episodes. It was not even funny at all. So you
But it's
really
still
have to
going.
pick. No, it's done. Naruto's done.
Oh no, now we got Baruto.
Yeah, Baruto. Yeah, his son. But
That's a stupid name.
the only reason why I read the mangas for that is because now Naruto's Hokage and Sasuke is his basically right hand man. But you see their powers at their highest. Like one of the cool things I just liked was the fact that like Naruto does like he's protecting the village and all that, and he's playing with his son. But he uses a shadow clone to play with his son. And and I think one of his teachers, I can't remember who was the teacher, is like, you shouldn't be doing that. It's like, it doesn't matter, it's dad's clone anyway, it's not like it's him. And meanwhile, you see Naruto in the office like signing papers and doing all this crap, and then he's like, I sent Sasuke to on this mission to do something. And then you see Sasuke's power levels. Like both of them are, everyone who grew up together is such a different power level. But Naruto and Sasuke are just like
Out there.
they're there. They're pretty much they're the closest things you get to the first Hokage and what's his name? Bad guy.
Naruto's best friend at one point.
No.
Oh, I stopped watching Naruto so many years ago.
Yeah, Naruto, you have to get it. There's certain points in anime that are so classic. The problem is there's so many fillers, right? If I would tell you, like, did you ever see where he fought Pain?
Probably not.
Yeah. Oh, you missed that. That was a classic. Naruto goes to go train the frog to get the sage powers of the Sennin, like the pervert, and then he's called back to the village. Spoiler if you haven't watched that or read the manga, which is like way back. He's called back to the village, and he arrives there. Pain uses the power of magnetism, right? And he does this thing called Hand of God, and he basically forms a giant hand and slams the whole Leaf Village and just pulverizes the village with just one smack. I was like, it's like everybody's dead. Then you find out that what's her name? The old lady, Tsunade, uses her giant slug that she calls up to protect every single member of the village, which causes her to grow very old. Because she uses that stone on her head to keep herself young, and she's like super weak. And Naruto arrives. He appears standing on top of a giant frog, who's now standing on top of a bigger frog, and he's like, "I sense Grandma is weak. Take her away." He's like, "Where's Kakashi? He can't sense Kakashi anywhere." That's when Kakashi died. And he's like, "I got this." And he just goes to town on this dude, man. I mean, I was like, it was like an epic entrance, epic fights. And then after that, it was like more filler episodes again. I was like, oh my God. So Naruto does that to you. The last fight, the last 20, 30 episodes, or manga episodes, was just the last fights, which was absolutely fantastic.
Also, they pulled a Dragon Ball Z, stretched that bitch out.
No. It wasn't like Dragon Ball Z. It was like layers of fighting. They summoned the first Hokage, second, third, fourth to fight one dude. And it just went like literally everybody did as much as they could. So it was one of those things where it was great, because I think what it was more was, in Naruto, they told us about all the Hokages, right? The first, second, and third. So this was the opportunity to say, okay, look at them in action, because we always talked about it. Here's all these guys in action fighting this dude. So it was cool to see that.
Must have been one hell of a villain to have to bring them guys out of the stone.
Pretty much, the villain was out of this world. Okay, let's see. Mike Texas, I gotta go, but here's the revised question. Instead of Avengers versus JL, how about Marvel versus DC in general? Come on, Mike Tech. That's a little too narrow, too wide. I mean, it's like some Marvel will win some, DC will win some. That's pretty much it.
I don't know, because if he's going the whole Marvel clan, Marvel got the X-Men. Who does DC got that can match up with some of those X-Men?
DC has a lot of people. The only person that DC can't match well is, there are two people they can't match well. Is Professor X is one. The only person, the closest person would be Martian Manhunter, but he's not as in-depth as Professor X in terms of like telepathy. And then who's the other person in Marvel? It's Doctor, what's his name? Doctor Strange. Would have to go against two people in DC. DC will need to put two people to fight him, which would be Zatanna and Dr. Fate. The problem is Dr. Fate is technically stronger than Dr. Strange. The problem is Dr. Fate is a helmet. It all depends on the wear of the helmet. That's it. So
knock the helmet off, he ain't shit.
Exactly. So
but then who goes up against Magneto?
Superman. Anybody can go up against Magneto. Seriously. Supergirl. Superboy. Remember, there are so many supers out there.
Super
not just
dog.
one. Just one. Magneto. I mean, look, Magneto goes against any of the super. Remember, there's the X-Men. There's the Green Lantern Corps. Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, John Stewart. Those three are enough. I'm just saying that it's gonna be some will win, some will lose here or there. So
it'll be interesting. If
it just won't work out. If you do a team, yeah, sure. And then remember, you still got teams like the Teen Titans too in there. They have heavy hitters in there. It's not like they're just because they're young. So
that's another thing. That movie's coming out March 26th on digital download, with the DVD being released April 12th.
Thanks.
Looking forward to watching that too.
Yeah, that would be good. Let's see. Thai Blue Guy. Cisco might get hurt because they don't tell Reverse Flash about your because he will figure you, but he did it anyway. Oh, referring back to the episode with yourself, the Flash. Does Batman lose to Superman or vice versa from the information you know from the trailers?
They fight to a draw, I believe.
I think fight one is not even fight. Confrontation one is what we saw in the trailer, where Superman's like, "Yo, bitch, please," and he's out. Right? That's confrontation one. Confrontation two is probably when he says in the trailer, "I could kill you already," because he's wearing the armored suit then, and that's when he brings out kryptonite, or either that fight might be actually twice, where he comes in armor suit and he loses and goes back to kryptonite. But I think that will make the movie too long. So I think that's just a longer fight with kryptonite, with some machine guns and what have you, and they eventually come to a draw. I really don't know how it goes from there to Doomsday. It's so many things to figure out in this movie. So, and what Wonder Woman's role plays, because at the end of the day, it's like she's there for something. She's there for a reason. Is it just because Superman showed up? Or is it because Superman showed up and then something else has happened? Or is it because Superman showed up and Darkseid is working with Lex undisguised as somebody else, like somebody else from Darkseid is working with him?
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, because it's happened in the comics before. So just saying. And then she senses that there's a new power. It's not the Kryptonian power, but it's a godlike power. So she's like, something has to be done. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, like I said, it's just one of those situations where we have to wait another 6 weeks before we actually get a resolve, and it'll be well worth it.
Yeah. Afar says, can I give a shout out to Manish Pandey? What's up, Manish? He does all-nighters, some school. He's a big anime fan. Keep watching, man. We all love it. We all love our anime, cartoons. That's what keeps us alive. That's what keeps us alive. Sean Lawrence says, Zack Snyder better not F it up. Come on, Zack will not F it up. Have you seen the line? Look, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, if I wasn't excited for the movie already, which I clearly am, of course, but after watching TV spot number 4, and Ben Affleck just delivered those lines, like if I'd never seen anything about it and I saw that TV spot, I'm watching the movie. Like that spot of note was enough for me to go, yes. But of course, we here, I mean, you asked Leroy just like, let this movie just come out already. That's his standard answer.
I mean, they went back in, they rewrote the script, took an extra year to make it come out. God damn it, it better be fucking good.
We have a question from Uche. It says, spoiler alert, I think Zoom might be Barry Allen from Earth 2.
That's already been debunked by Barry Allen himself.
Sorry. What do you think? He's the only person. We're going to see his doppelganger in next episode or 2 episodes from now, something like that. So,
Oh, yeah. You mean Barry?
Yeah, Barry, yeah.
Oh, nerdy Barry scientist?
Yeah, scientist. So I don't think so. IMAX says, I'm back. If you guys could have just one power, what would it be and why?
You go first.
Oh, come on. Well, my power would be, as my name says, Thunder Emperor, so electricity. And this is because of an anime called Get Backers. There was a character there named Thunder Emperor, which is where I get my name from. So I liked it because he could reverse people's blood flow with electricity. Because electricity, electromagnetism, which means you can also attach to all the iron in people's blood, and you could just reverse. He almost killed somebody like that. Plus, you can make a force field around yourself. It's golden. You can become super strong. You can tap into the planet and use that to zap up your energy. I'm good.
I always like Wolverines.
So one power. Is it the healing or the claws?
Well, see, he had the healing with claws.
Oh,
they
yeah,
were bone claws.
Yeah, all right. So healing and the claws then, I guess.
Regardless of the fact, bones may come out my hand, but I can still F you up. And not have to worry about dying because I'm immortal, bitch.
Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Good one. Let's see. Next one's this is from Bradley. What's up, Bradley? Wonder Woman might be the one to unite Superman, Batman, and Justice League. Yes, that is what we're thinking. iMike Tech says it can be a power or from either anime or Marvel or DC. Well, I said mine. Thunder Emperor controls electricity, everything. If I could control, which is why characters like Black Lightning, that's his name in DC.
Yeah.
He should be so much more powerful. There are certain characters that actually should be more powerful than they are. They're not written that way. I mean, if you can control electricity or generate electricity and control it, you're golden. Just like Iceman. Iceman now has been upgraded to an Omega level mutant because he can control temperature. Same thing with Johnny Storm. Johnny Storm should not be stopped by anyone, really, other than his foolishness.
That's always what it is. It's their foolishness that stops them.
And also the bad writing, because Johnny Storm can go up to, I think, 4,000 degrees. So even if he fell into water, right, or even the ocean, he will immediately heat up everything around him. You can't just, use a fire extinguisher and just turn him off. No, he has to go off himself. But he's not written that way, of course. So logic is out.
Nothing ever is.
Let's see. Bradley says, speaking of the Flash, you faced through a wall in the last episode. Run fast enough to open the portal, yet you're too slow to save Iris from glass.
Coming next week. Like I said,
these are the problems you're going to have with these shows.
It ain't even the problem. Harry slows him down.
Okay, all right. We'll see. Uchi says Deadpool also has the healing, but Deadpool is funnier, so I'll pick Deadpool over Wolverine. But Deadpool's healing came at the cost of ugliness. So Uchi, are you ugly, or are you saying you want to be ugly? I'm just saying, though, bro. Just putting it out there. He is funnier. I definitely agree. But Wolverine's healing powers is actually much faster than Deadpool's.
See, one thing with the Batman versus Superman movie, their battle is probably going to create Cyborg.
Yeah.
I think Barry Allen's going to come from the future. Aquaman is already there, so
yeah. Aquaman's gonna be a badass, rolling up, be like, "You bitches fucked up the ocean, man."
As long as he ain't pulling the Conan role, he's good.
And then Superman's gonna be like, "You can't stop me," and then Aquaman decks him one punch, and he's like, "Wow, that one hurt a little bit." And Batman's
you still can't stop me.
Yeah, no, true. You still can't stop me though. It stung a little bit, but it's really funny. Superman is one of those inconsistencies. Like, I forgot in what comic book where he was testing his strength, and he was holding 1 quintillion tons in one hand, which is the power. I mean, it's just like, I think the some mass of the universe or some crap like that. I was like, oh, yeah, you let like all these other silly superheroes. I can get like someone like Parasite because he sucks people's powers, attack you, and Metallo because he drains your powers to kryptonite. But anybody else should not. You should just be like this.
That's the thing with Superman. You can't make him
too strong.
Fun because he's just too strong.
Yeah, you got to bring the power levels down a bit. But in Man of Steel, I like the fact that Zack Snyder didn't do that. He was like, "Look, I'll go bring it down, but only to a certain level." So I like that.
They brought it down to the beginning stages of him. That movie was, dude, he was Superman literally for 12 hours.
Uche says, hee. Yeah, so are you telling, so Uche agrees that he's ugly, I guess.
No, he says he's not ugly.
No, where did he say that?
I'm definitely not ugly, but Wolverine is old school.
Okay,
and Deadpool is funny as crack.
Right after. Sorry, I didn't see that. Jackie says, how do you feel about Superman's character depiction in Snyder's universe? It's exactly what Superman is. Jackie, just to explain, a lot of people don't read Superman comic books. I have been reading the comic books for years, and you mix that. A lot of people come from the movie verse where we've had a very soft Superman. Now, even if you don't read the comics, just watch the Justice League cartoons. Superman does not take crap from anyone, but he still plays nice. That's the thing. So a lot of people look at this as, so for instance, in Man of Steel, they said Superman didn't save anyone. And even some of the comments from Henry Cavill was like, look, Superman was green in the first movie. Now he's He's gotten better at saving people, making sure everything's okay, and checking around.
How did he not save people?
No, well, because of all the collateral damage that happened in Man of
It's
Steel.
oh Jesus Christ! So they're gonna nitpick his collateral damage, but the flipping Avengers created so much bullshit in New York City, and then it's Somalia.
Yeah, well, true.
Come on, dude. They're just it's too much nitpicking. Superman was only Superman for
12 hours.
12 effing hours.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, true. But the thing also is that Superman, like even his comments to Batman in that trailer, is very Superman-esque. He doesn't take crap from anyone at all. And that's how his character is. Go watch the Justice League cartoons you see. Superman will allow you to, do what you need to do. But when he feels that you're crossing the line, he's going to put his foot down. And that's what the character is. So that's why a lot of people are used to that. Christopher Reeve Superman, and very like, hey, well, Luthor, I don't think you should do that. No, this Superman that I grew up with, I've been reading comic books, is Superman who go, look, that's wrong, and I'm here to stop you. You need to stop now. Because he knows nothing you can do can most likely stop him, which is why he talks that way, in the sense that, look, you're doing something wrong, not because I said it's wrong, because it is wrong, and I'm going to stop you. And that's how he feels for Batman, which is why if you put it in that context, Batman is like, who is this fool? You know what? Do you bleed? Yeah, you will. And I mean, that's how it works. That's why I said, a lot of people don't get it. But to me, this is the Superman I know. And
like I said,
I've read.
I didn't read these comics. I grew up with Christopher Reeve Superman, and you still understand the differences. Dude, it came out in the 70s and 80s. It was a much gentler period. All the movies back then were happy-go-lucky. Now you're in an age of darkness, and Zack Snyder is actually exploring Superman's true grit. I mean, come on, it's great. He snapped the neck because he was given no other choice.
True.
I mean, he killed. He killed before. So what?
Let's move on to the next one from iMike Tech. Another versus question: Goku versus Superman. People have said, forget Goku's an alien too, but so people need to be comparing him as human. Well, somebody did a good breakdown story of Goku versus Superman on the web. That to me finally nailed it. Like if you put them at the highest power levels to do the fight, Superman wins.
Hold up. Which version of Goku? Goku was the Super Saiyan God.
The guy counted even if you add God mode. Superman.
Which form? Red or blue?
Superman still wins. Doesn't matter what form you put at.
I say no.
The reason why I'll tell you that is because if Goku God mode does not beat Superman, go read Superman Infinity. Superman spent 1,000 years in the sun. Forget that. The dude could do the weirdest things at that point. He was in like multiple places at the same time and literally could time travel. I mean, so much powers at that point. His power levels were just unseen. And his strength was even that too was huge. So that's why I said like Goku wouldn't win because Goku still has like, yeah, maybe they'll add another level, but even if it's blue, whatever power level you're putting him at that's available in the anime does not beat that. Like to me, just does not, because that Superman was not like, I was like, all right, guys, this is too much. Superman cannot be doing this. And then I think what the guy said at the end of that video was that the difference here is this: Superman is never meant to lose. He's like, at the end of the day, even if you do the powers, like if you do down the straight philosophy, Superman was created as that person who will never lose. Which is why his power is always like, anytime they write, I mean, look, think about it. I just told you about a comic book that he held a quadrillion tons in one hand, which is the sum weight of the whole universe. Goku hasn't done that. So I'm sorry. If somebody can hold 1 quadrillion tons in the hand, how about use that 1 quadrillion hand to slap him? He's dead. Boom. Case closed. Done. But I know there are Goku fans out there who will kill me. I agree. Goku is powerful. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that if you put it at the max of both characters, you're going to look at that.
The problem with Goku is he's just too damn naive.
Yeah, Goku is too naive. Superman is not that naive. Superman's hung around
Oof.
Batman enough to not be naive.
I love me some Goku, but damn, is he stupid?
Yeah, he is naive. Let's see. Uche says, "Love you all. I'm being moist right now. Just went through a breakup. You guys are making me smile. So you guys are awesome. Hey, man, hang in there. It's gonna be better. Trust me, Will. I went through my own breakup too, so I know how it is. Um, but I'm glad we can entertain you here and keep you smiling. Jackie said, "I loved MOS, by the way." Sean says, "I like MOS as well. Can't wait for MOS sequel." I can't wait for the sequel in there as long as it's Brainiac because it'd be so organic, especially with that Lex OS infusion in Batman v Superman. So I'll be excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, I
Um,
think I'm gonna watch that before I go watch Batman vs Superman.
which one? Oh, Man of Steel. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, again. Bradley Lurcher says Superman a badass is a badass scared of no one but Batman. Everyone is scared of Batman. He knows all his weaknesses in case they turn bad. Clarence Ingram says Goku still wins. You see, like everybody's just gonna say like this person still wins. So I mean, I just look at it more as how is the character written at its max in each version, and Goku has not gone to such power levels like Superman, where he can destroy pretty much your whole galaxy at this point. So
Hey, Goku almost destroyed the galaxy fighting Brius in Battle of Gods, the Dragon Ball Super version.
we'll see.
They were sending their punches were sending ripples throughout the galaxy. Goku finally fought in space, which to me kind of made no sense, but okay.
Yeah. Uche says next one, man, dude. You and all your Hulk versus Superman. Hold on now. I know you might say Superman, but there's a theory here that the angrier Hulk gets. Like I said, it all depends. If you're going at max characters, Hulk still loses. If you're going at just regular Superman fighting Hulk, I say Hulk will probably win. But
Until
if
Superman gets pissed.
until Superman gets if you kill Lois Lane in that fight, everybody's dead.
Oh, we've seen that in God in Justice.
See, let me just say how it is. If Hulk came and was destroying the place and no one could stop him and Superman was losing, Batman would kill Lois Lane or at least make it look like Lois Lane was killed by the Hulk. And then Hulk loses. That's what's going to happen. That's how I look at it anyway. How do you feel about introducing Robin in this universe? Too goofy or much darker? No, it's fine. I mean, I knew if you're going to do Robin, Robin has to be older, at least 18, between 18 to 20. And from the suit, he doesn't look like a small boy. He looks like at least somebody who worked out. So I think Robin was a sidekick of his, who was just somebody who he worked with, who was called Robin, not some kid that he picked up, which is kind of weird that Batman has children running around. Just weird. Just weird.
That's what happens when you're a playboy.
Bradley Lacha says, forget Goku. How about One Punch Man versus Superman? That one, I'll have to, yeah, that would be interesting because I don't know the limits of One Punch Man's powers. Trust me, when you watch the anime, you find out this dude he doesn't know his limits of his powers either. He's very strong. So I agree, Bradley. I don't know about one. I mean, I think One Punch Man would definitely sweat. But I don't know. I don't know his limits at all. And we don't know how he got his powers either. So how about One Punch Man versus Goku? How about you guys answer that one? See, no, let's put Superman aside. How about One Punch Man versus Goku? Go ahead and answer, guys. Let's see. He said One Punch Man will win. Yeah, but anyway, we kind of run past our time here.
I can't say I haven't watched it yet.
Thank you, iMike, for all your versus questions. I knew you were going to go to town today. Appreciate it.
Well,
Thanks everyone for joining and just join us chat. Uchi says Superman is going to die.
we still have that. You still have the one audio question to answer.
Oh yes, thank you. What was the question specifically? Let me scroll back if I can find it. Yeah. Hi, please. Oh, wow. I actually scrolled right to the question. I have a question about the Soul Republic Track HDs. The Track HDs are fine. They're good headphones. In terms of audio, I think now they're like $99, if I'm not mistaken. And they're good. They're at that price range, or even I think it's like $79 now for the original track HDs if they still have them. If you're picking up for that price, it's absolutely worth it. They're bassy for people who like bass. So if you're looking for something in that kind of avenue, those are the headphones to get. For me, not so much. I'm not the biggest bass fan, but I'll definitely say they are really solid and definitely should pick it up. All right, that is it, folks. Thank you very much for chiming in. Um, Good night, folks. Jackie, appreciate you asking questions. Uche, Bradley, everyone, thank you very much. And thank you also, Lou Rod. It's been a great, fun show today. We'll be back next week. And then, hopefully before Valentine's Day, we'll have our review of Deadpool. I'll probably do one ahead of time, and then we'll do it probably on Comic Crunch, which is Friday. We will do our spoiler review of
Yep,
Deadpool.
that's when I plan to go watch it.
Yes, and I'll probably try and do it the day before, non-spoiler one, or if I can get in early. So it all depends. All right, folks, thank you very much, and always enjoy your entertainment.